when it comes down to Tesla, the stock, the company and the stock, we pay a lot of attention to its barriers to entry. And as long as we see those moving up, and they are moving up, whether you're talking about battery technology, it's going to take a long time to catch Tesla.
Welcome everyone, and in this video we will talk about what Cathie Wood just said about Tesla in a recent interview with Yahoo Finance, as well as a fake article that basically propelled a lithium company to the moon and back, as well as a new lawsuit against Elon Musk due to purchasing Twitter. All of this and more on Electric Invest, and if you find this video interesting and would like to see more, consider subscribing to Electric Invest and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. As you guys already know, Cathie Wood is basically the biggest bull when it comes to Tesla stock. For literally years, she has been one of the first people to say that Tesla was gonna go to $4,000 a share way back in 2019. And everybody knows that Cathie Wood has actually been correct when it comes to most of the assumptions. And in a recent interview on April 13th, she was speaking about why she remains optimistic about Tesla.
And as long as we see those moving up, and they are moving up, whether you're talking about battery technology, it's going to take a long time to catch Tesla. And what I mean by that is the traditional automakers. It's the only company with an AI that has designed its own AI chip for autonomous driving, taking a leaf from Apple's book. Apple was the only company to design a chip for a smartphone, a computer in our pockets or pocketbooks, and change the game.
This is very interesting because basically she's comparing Tesla to Apple and basically talking about the disruption of Tesla in the electric vehicle space to how Apple changed the game in the smartphone world. And as many of you already know, Apple not only revolutionized the industry with its stylish phones and computers, but also their brains. I'm talking specifically on the M1 chip from Apple, and it has become basically the staple of exceptional performance, making it one of the most advanced chips currently in consumer devices. Cathie Wood's conviction on Tesla is not just about personal opinion, but it's also about the fact that, like she said, Tesla is actually going to always be ahead of the competition due to its tremendous vertical integration, its ability to create its own AI startup within the same company, so that way they can tackle and try to solve autonomous driving, is something that Tesla has actually excelled at. And Tesla, to much of the disbelief of many analysts today, is still more than just a simple EV company. Software is the heart of Tesla's core strength from the very beginning. From being the very first car manufacturer to introduce over-the-air software updates, to constantly improve the range and performance of its vehicles, to one of the most advanced AI machine learning algorithms capable of solving autonomous driving. And all of this while keeping every aspect of its development in-house. Unlike the other competitors that have to basically outsource its technology to third parties, Tesla has already changed the game. And I mean, it's no wonder why Tesla is still the largest position of ARK Invest's flagship ETF, and quite frankly, the most profitable. But what does the mainstream media think about Tesla?
And they've really continuously drilled down this notion that Tesla does have this wide moat around it, as Cathie Wood was mentioning, those barriers to entry. And I do think that analogy to Apple is an interesting one. The fact that, like Apple with its own chips now, Tesla is the only company with an AI that has its own AI chip for autonomous driving. What's also interesting too is autonomous driving isn't necessarily one of the big things for Tesla right now. Of course, it's just an EV maker that is continuously building out this full self-driving feature.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Wow. Did she just insinuate that Tesla is like any other EV automaker and they are somehow doing software like on the side? That they haven't even been working on actually solving AI? It's almost like if they think, well, you know, it's a car, they make a car, and as you guys can see, they still have absolutely no clue. But what do you guys think? Do you still think that Cathie Wood is credible when it comes to her belief in Tesla? Because it is true that she has been buying and selling when it comes to taking profits in the company lately. But right now, as we guys can see with Tesla stock, it has been a great buying opportunity because it has dipped below $1,000. But it has actually come back above $1,000 after the CPI report when it came out that even though inflation has been the worst for some reason, I'm not really sure how that makes sense, but maybe you guys can give me your opinion when it comes to Tesla and whether or not you're still buying Tesla stock. But moving along to the next story, there was this story circulating around saying that Tesla actually acquired this lithium company called Lithium Corp, and basically it sent it to the moon and back. And even today after hours, they're still up 25%, but it was actually fake news. It is something that Elon Musk or Tesla did not speak up right away, but basically Bloomberg reported that the deal was not legitimate this morning. Despite the legitimacy of the quote-unquote deal, Lithium Corp shares were up as much as 25% by the mid-trading day. And as you guys already know, Tesla has actually purchased many companies over the years, so it wasn't something that people initially thought that it was crazy. We already know that Tesla has up to 5-year contracts with lithium mining companies, and this was literally just a couple of days ago after on Twitter it came out that Elon ended up saying that Tesla may probably end up getting into the lithium mining business. This is something that I talked about on my previous video. So it is obviously not far-fetched that Tesla will probably try to buy such a company. So it is the reason why this became such a big deal. But it was pretty weird. A lot of people were talking about it earlier today. And this is one of the reasons why it is very dangerous when it comes to reading articles like this. It is better to just wait and read multiple sources, because anybody who saw this article saying that Tesla bought this lithium company would have thought that it was legitimate. And a lot of people did, and ended up buying this company that all of a sudden the stock plummeted to the ground. And that was very dangerous. A lot of malicious intent goes into propagating fake news like this, because they know that it is not far-fetched for Tesla, after speculating that they were going to get into the mining business of lithium, that they would probably buy such a company. So this is something that you as an investor do not want to get caught up on. Now, the last story that I'm going to talk about in this video is regarding Elon Musk actually getting sued by one of the Twitter investors. And this is related to the alleged illegal delayed of the disclosure of his stake at buying 9.2% of Twitter. And I'm gonna pull up some information from this article from Tesla Writing in which they disclose some of this information. And basically they say over here that the complaint accused Elon Musk of violating, which required investors to disclose their position if they accumulate a stake of at least 5% in a company. And basically, Elon did not disclose on Twitter the holdings on a proper manner and on the proper time. And we already know that Twitter ended up ballooning 25% and at one point over 30% right after buying it. Now, this is a serious accusation, and it is something that I personally think that there's more nuances to this. I'm not a lawyer. I don't claim to understand what the nuances are, but I can tell you right now that this is definitely going to be something that Elon is going to have to address as soon as possible. And due to the fact that Elon purchased 9.2% of the shares of Twitter, he is now currently the single largest holding individual of Twitter, even more than Jack Dorsey, which was the original CEO, which currently only owns 2.3% of Twitter. But here's the thing. So if any of you viewers would like to clarify a little bit more information in the comment section as to why do you think Elon waited so long to file, now resulting in this lawsuit, and whether or not it is warranted, I do want to say real quick that in my opinion, Elon is not the type of person who's just going to be looking for some quick gains in the market. I mean, come on, Elon literally is the richest man in the world. He is literally the type of person who wanted to sell some Tesla stock that actually ended up costing him to pay a lot more taxes than he actually legally needed to pay. He's not the type of person who's going to be doing that, so there has to be a reason, but I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section about this particular lawsuit and whether or not it is warranted. Elon Musk actually intended to take a profit out of the Twitter stock, you know, like a gambler, or if there's something more concrete here and he's intending to buy more shares or do something more significant when it comes to Twitter. I would love to read your comments in the comment section below. If you found this video informative, or if you like this video and you would like to see more, consider subscribing to Electric Invest and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. And I'll see you guys next time.